Backed up, tried hard, high on Growling, umpire call, play on, spills to the back of the pack, Easton will relieve the pressure. Big chip kick right across the ground over here. Oh, Williams couldn't quite handle it for Easton. Picking it up there and having a chip shot back towards the centre half forward position, but I think that's Giannopoulos chips in for Easton. Easton to clear now, bang, kick. Behind play.
Oh, how's your head yet? Free kick.
And it's a free kick to Jason Wade. Jason Wade from the Donvale Football Club. Been a great player over a number of years. Down low, I would have thought umpire.
That's a disgrace, umpire.
Shackley takes it for Western. Western now go wide over there through DeRosa. In everything in the first quarter. Ball wide to the outer side. It's Taleb racing towards it there for Western. Couldn't quite kick it off the ground. The ball spills off the left-hand side of his foot. And as you saw, over the boundary line and out of bounds. We're coming up to the 3-minute mark of the quarter. No score in this quarter to date. Western lead 5 goals to 32 to Easton 1-8.
So Rick Smith and Panham, quick kick out of the pack there by O'Neill to the top of the square. Getting back there is the Eastern defence, rush through for only one behind. First score of the quarter is a rush behind to the Western region. They move on now to 5-3-33. Eastern 1-2-8, and well, that free kick to Porter, I know I'm biased, Bob, but unfortunately for Ashley Borg, he's got to pay them for both sides when they're there, and he hasn't done so thus far.
I thought it was a bit touch and go, I'll be honest.
Mark there to Bazaglo at half back. Looking to move it quickly, long kick, Crowley at the back, can't mark. Tapped over the boundary line there by Cook, and we'll have a boundary throw in between wing and half-back. Western region. Well, they've shocked this Eastern lineup. And finally, free kick to Rick Smith. We'll have to go back over his mark.
It's a real arm wrestle between the two big guys.
It certainly is. But as we've seen over the years, Rick can go all day, and he might have to. Looking at the ruck depth, good mark there to Barker at the back. Looking to give it off just on the point of the square. Decides to go longer. Good mark there to Padden. Padden at centre half forward this time. Longer again to the top of the square. Doesn't waste any time, but a good saving mark there. Actually, no mark taken. Actually, it'll be a free kick to go to Williams. Williams short to Goodale. Goodale looked to handball, held on to it. Just waiting for an option to run by. Of course, it's Toddy Power who always presents himself. Long, Porter, can't mark, gets a handful of jumper and gives away a free kick. Yeah, the umpire just reminding Ashley Borg about the push before, which he missed, short into the centre. Good mark there, taken by Ikon. Ikon short again. Well, how did a man get that free? It's this man Cameron Price, he's been busy, short again. No mark taken. The Eastern are back there in numbers. They should bring it away here. Crowley, short. Daisy cutter of a pass. Giannopoulos couldn't pick it up, and we'll have a boundary thrown at centre wing. But it's the Western region, 5-2-32. They lead the East, 1-3-9.
5.5 minutes into this second quarter. Eastern with the only score, or Western with the only score on the board for the quarter, was behind. And a whistle on play. Free kick to go to Eastern.
As I predicted, Bob, Big Rick starting to wear him down.
Rick Smith, there he goes and finds Oakley. Lachlan Oakley from Mitcham.
Where's he going? He's gone.
Umpire whistled on play there. So it's a Western free. Looks like Aiken. Brad Aiken from the Yarraville Club. Here he goes on the left foot. Oh, real daisy cutter of a pass, and he's found a teammate. By gee. So Western to go further forward there. It was Atkinson on that occasion, but wide. Umpires signalling over the boundary line for a throw-in, is it, or was it a mark?
It's Adrian, marked to Adrian Newman.
Newman.
Port Melbourne Colts.
Well, he's hard up against the boundary line. Newman has already kicked the one goal.
It says damaging felt foot midfielder. I think they were looking for was left in the record. So,
surely.
On the
well, if he's a left footer, he's on the wrong side.
Certainly is. Let's hope he misses, Bob.
Adrian, here he comes. Lets one rip.
And he doesn't. Splits the centre.
Umpire says
to goal.
He's done it.
Western now 6-2-38. The East stranded 1-2-8.
Umpire ball gets us back underway, but a whistle on play and a free kick will go to Western. Must have been an interference there or an extra player in for Eastern on that occasion. Ball down to the centre half forward line. And another whistle on play. It'll be an Eastern free kick to Price.
Paul Grayling's been cut up by this guy.
Price has certainly been in everything since the opening bounce. Already kicked one. Cameron Price from the St Albans club. On the right, there he goes. Umpire says no, it's across.
That's a mark.
Oh, it's a mark, right on the last line of defence.
Looks like Newman.
It does. Newman, well, he just kicked one from there a moment
now
or so back.
Big Price.
The big fella.
This margin starting to really balloon out now, and well, worrying times for Spike Milligan.
Western with a shot again, right on goal. Umpire comes across on this occasion. Players clapping.
He's got it.
It is a goal.
So we're back in the middle. West starting to really kick away now. They've kicked 7 to the East 1.
Okay, we're at the 9-minute mark of the quarter. Ball back in the centre of the ground. East to go forward. Smith trying hard. Forces it on. Picked up there. Smothered by Baker. Or Barker it was. East to go forward. Awkward looking kick there. Down to the centre half forward position. Sir it was. Got it out here. Right in front of our commentary position. Ball's over the boundary line and out of bounds. You see there McFerrin. Couldn't quite take it. Slipped over the line for a throw in.
He's getting flogged in the midfield, Bob.
Just there's no penetration of Eastern coming out of there at all. Barker got it down in front there for,
how's the hold
for Western. Oh, I think that's got to be a free kick to Doherty.
Well, he's paid the free kick, but the first one was about 5 metres further in, Bob, and we saw the jumper balloon away from the body. Clearly a free kick, but once again, Mr. Borg has deemed, well, he's paid the second one.
Okay, Liam Doherty from Croydon Football Club on this occasion. Let's see what he can do with it. Let's one fly. Oh, it starts. You wouldn't believe it. Steve, when you're having a bad one, you are really having a bad one.
Still time to turn it around, and I expect this Eastern lineup to do it, but they're just not playing good football.
Okay, Western to bring the ball back in. It was Chackley again. Short, excuse me, to the half-back flank.
It's
Ikon. Taking his time, looking for a switch. No, he ignores both of those. On the left now, Ikon, there he goes. Through the centre wing, out of side. Pack flies. Ball spills to the front. Round the corner there.
Out of bounds on the full. Free kick to
Barker. Cameron Barker now. Western going forward. Oh, there's a good, strong mark to Atkinson. Eastern really getting a thumping across that half-forward line as well, Steve.
Now I'm trying to pick a winner for them, Bob, and I'm struggling.
Okay, Barker, there he goes, right to the top of the square. Off hands. And umpire signals just the one behind. So that takes Western on to 2 goals, 2 for the quarter. Eastern just the one behind. And we've ticked through the 11-minute mark of the quarter.
Fortunately for the East, it's all happening in the middle of the ground. I mean, Rick Smith is he's breaking even. In fact, I'd say he's been winning most of the taps. But, the smaller men are harder to find.
Sure you are. Eastern coming right down the centre of the
Another
ground now.
drop mark by Grayling.
In underneath on that occasion was Jason Wade. He goes wide to the wing, out of side. Todd Power comes in. He goes long to the half-forward line. Off hands, Sir it was on that occasion. Couldn't quite take it. Eastern go forward, but bounce through for just the one behind. A better passage of play for Eastern. Through Porter. But they couldn't capitalise on it. And Dean Shackley now from the Spotswood Club to bring the ball back in. The one to himself. Then gains about 20 metres right down to the wing here. Punch from the back of the pack by Hardy was good play. Whoa! Player all locked up there was McFerrin.
Oh, that's
well, unbelievable.
Ashley Borg has not covered himself in glory. He had the ball and he just dropped it as soon as he felt the contact, Bob. Clearly play on.
Daniel McFerrin now goes through the centre wing here on the members' side. Walker couldn't take it for Western. Ball in dispute. Umpire blows the whistle. And umpire Jason Kennedy it is. And he'll ball it up.
What's the protocol in these All-Star games as far as umpiring performance goes, Bob? Can we drag an umpire?
Well, we certainly suggest it. Over the top of the pack there was Newman for Western. Ball forcing forward, round the corner, DeRosa. Been in everything, DeRosa. Wider there, Barker. Finds the runner over there in O'Neill. O'Neill gets the ball across there to Patton. Patton goes to the top of the square, but it's wide. Over the boundary line and out of bounds. And that'll be a throw-in at the 13-minute mark of the quarter. Western 7-4-46. Eastern 1-4-10. 36 points in the ball game.
So boundary throw-in. The damage not yet completely irreparable, but they need to get their game going. Smith against Big Price. Big soccer off the ground there. Oakley's there. Players dive on the ball. Grayling underneath the pack and we'll have a bounce down. Just looking through the list, Bob, some players that you think have been prominent for the West because they're playing the better football.
Well, DeRosa's certainly been in everything. Patton has done a terrific job there in the ruck, and the two Talebs I think have done well.
Crowley works a handball, looking for Goodale, spins out of one tackle, just throws it on the boot. Getting there is Giannopoulos' first. Well, he's tackled without it, not unlike the previous decision that Mr. Borg didn't pay. Ball into the hole, Porter will get there. Arriving is Islami, picks it up, fantastic. Giannopoulos with run, has a bounce, crosses 50, sets sail for goal, and well, downfield.
It is, good call.
And free kick it'll be to Franken in the goal square. So I think you'd have to agree Mr. Borg would have to pay that one, Bob, certainly there.
Well, I think it's Franken's first touch, Steve, is it not?
Certainly is one of those East players that we were talking about before who has not been holding his marks, but he's been in fantastic form and should kick a much needed goal for the East. And he does, kicks his first, he kicks the East second goal. They move now on to 2-4-16, but they trail the West on 7-4-46. So the East now 2-2-16, it's the Western region 7-4-46, 15 minutes gone.
15 minutes into the quarter, ball still in the centre. Eastern trying to force the ball
Shove
wide.
back,
Umpire has picked up a free. Looks like it's going to go there to Jason Wade. Eastern now going forward. On the wide, very wide, over the boundary line in fact. On the full, right in front of the scoreboard. Steve said shows 7-4-46. Western 2-4-16, 30 points in the game.
Once again, just overusing it. They just need to get it to the forwards because we've got some dangerous players down there.
Western going forward, I think it might be, is it Lindsay or is it Cook? Western going forward, just wide of the centre on this occasion. Oh, good, big, strong mark in the middle of the pack there to Donnelly.
No power.
Power, I'm sorry.
How could you mistake those two, Bob?
Well, I saw the two. Now it's Oakley.
He's a superstar, Todd Power.
Lachlan Oakley now goes through to the centre half forward position. There's not an Eastern player in sight, you wouldn't believe it. 1-on-1, 1-on-3 now. And of course the three lock it up, and they're the Western players. There'll be a ball up about 25 to 30 metres out from the Eastern goal here at the scoreboard end.
They're just working harder, Bob, and they don't seem to lack anything in class either.
They certainly don't. Bit of an arm wrestle there in the ruck. Franken trying to do the work, couldn't get the ball around the corner. Ball to the front of the pack. Goodall tries to go in there for Eastern. Western now forcing it forward. McFerrin it is, decides to go back. Was pretty good play, finds Newman. Newman went to go one way, then the other, changed for a third time. Which option is he going to take? And he takes a good option because he's found a teammate there in Taleb. Ahmed Taleb on this occasion. Players all yelling out Ahmed. He doesn't know which one to pick. There was about 25 of them all calling him, and he gets it to Cameron Price. Cameron Price kicked 2 goals, but it was a bad one. Todd Power takes it for Eastern. He goes forward. Look, boy, it was Islami was outrun on that occasion. Couldn't quite do it. Sir has got it. Decides to go forward. Western now, Chackley right to the half-forward line out of sight, and Atkinson takes it just inside the boundary line, turns round, chip kicks over to the half-forward flank position. It's all